Shannon Manning noted that the people watching the show had fascinating stories of their own. So often, someone from the crowd gets on stage to share too. At the end of the show, we leave Joe's Pub having heard something new. Our world's slightly bigger as a result. One of our regular audience members was the publisher Judith Kerr, who was excited to send these stories from the stage into the world. I started putting this anthology together during the lonely year of 2020. For a while, New York City, one of the liveliest places on Earth, became the epicenter of a pandemic. Live shows were canceled. We were alienated from one another. One of my great privileges was listening to recordings from our past shows and compiling the pieces that would go in this book. As I listened, I pretended I was under the warm lights of Joe's Pub, celebrating immigration, surrounded by a lively audience, ice clinking in glasses. And the pieces were so good. Tatenda Ngwadu recounting her parents trying to protect their intersex child made me cry, as I had hearing it on stage. Xochitl Gonzalez's description of cursed women waiting for Olympia in the Bronx reminded me of the strange and comforting nature of diaspora. The image of Aparna Nancherla's father ordering a pizza in a new land and getting it wrong is as familiar in my mind as if I had been there. These pieces will stay with me forever and offer me comfort and family when I'm feeling alone. A second joy of putting this book together was contacting our guests again to ask them to adapt their pieces for a reading audience. Despite the vulnerable nature of putting one's life on the page, the contributors rose to the occasion, and editing the pieces with them was a delight. Most of the pieces in this book were first told on stage at Joe's Pub. Several come from This Alien Nation shows we did overseas. Agustinus Wibowo's story was told at Indonesia's Ubud Writers and Readers Festival, and Alice Pung, Maria Tamarkin, and Khalid Warsami performed in Australia at the Wheeler Centre in Melbourne. A few pieces were written especially for this book, in the hope that they can be performed on stage in the future. I am honored that our guests have shared their stories. The pieces express the opinions and experiences of their authors, and as you will see, they span comedy and tragedy. I hope this book thrills and inspires you, no matter where you are from, and I hope it offers community. I imagine people like us, those who have felt alien, reading it and seeing themselves in some of the stories. As a confused immigrant kid who loved books, I wish I'd gotten to read this collection and had seen that there is space in our world for many voices. My kid self would be delighted to know something she wrote is in this book, though the piece itself, about giving birth, would horrify her. I've grouped the pieces into show-length segments, curating them as I would our events, in case you want to fix yourself a drink or snack and pretend to be in the audience. Or you can dip into the book any way you like. The pieces stand on their own. Thank you for joining our celebration of immigration. Please get comfortable and put your hands together for our guests. Sofija Stefanovic. 1. Alien and Familiar. A teen in 1990s Harlem answers a call from her jailed brother. A Polish music student seeks adventure in New York. A disconnected family's WhatsApp group replaces a dinner table. A Libyan refugee who made it to the U.S. against the odds reflects. An immigrant mother enrolls her anxious child in Toastmasters. Stories by Clavis Natera, Danusha Trevino, Mazen Sedahmed, Has Ajili, and Aparna Nancherla. The Inheritance of Bone by Clavis Natera. 1992. Summer, and with no AC in our Harlem apartment. The days stretched hot and humid and endless and boring because we were supposed to stay put, not hang downstairs during Mommy's 12-hour shifts as a home attendant. Our stepfather had finally gotten a job in a restaurant somewhere far away in Queens. He was gone most of the day, most of the night, and we preferred it that way. There was only peace when he wasn't there. That summer, in particular, it felt so good to be free. Our old